Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Either way, it's Maxie and Lou. So I finally have the chance to do a sit down video with you guys again. I love making these advice videos. It's just so fun to me. I love giving advice and helping people out. About 2 months ago, I would say, I made a relationship advice video, and some of you guys have actually requested a friendship one. So here it is, and I can't speak for everyone, but hopefully something in this video helps you guys with your friendships. So first, I'm just going to start off with a bad thing. We're going to start off with toxic friendships, and it sucks. I know it sucks more than anything, honestly, to know that the person that you care about so much has been toxic this whole entire time. Don't worry, take it from me, it does get better, but here are some things that you should probably watch out for if you feel like you are in a toxic friendship. Number 1, you should be watching out for the jokes that they are making, and if they are insensitive or mean or make you uncomfortable, that is a bad sign, because especially if they know that a joke could be insensitive to you or it's just not funny and they're just trying to hurt your feelings, that is definitely a sign of a toxic friend. Number 2, you should be watching out for them excluding you, because if they're excluding you, that just means they don't see what you are worth, they don't see your value in this friendship, and it's better to just get out of this as soon as you can and find good friends who know your worth. Number 3, we are talking about jealousy, and I will talk about it later on in the video a little more in depth, but basically if they are like overly jealous to a certain point where it's just creepy, it is not healthy. And as I said, I will get more in depth with it in a second. Next is comparing. This is kind of related to jealousy, but if they're comparing your success to their success, or just constantly just trying to compete with you, that just probably means they don't really see this friendship as a friendship as a whole, more of a competing type of thing. Now we're going to be kind of talking about how to leave a toxic friendship and how to move on from it and thrive. If you are in a toxic friendship, first thing you should do, completely cut the person out of your life. Block them and don't give them a window to come back and beg you to go back into their life, because we all know how that ends. It's just gonna end the same way it started. Especially now, I feel like in quarantine, it's easier to do that because you don't have to see them in school or anything. So do not be afraid to just block them, and don't try and make amends with them if they were the ones who just kind of really did not treat you with respect. Just leave it where it ended and don't go back to it. Trust me, just move on. You will feel so amazing and free after you don't have to deal with that anymore. So topic number 2, we are going on to friendships in quarantine. So I think right now, since we're all kind of confined in our own little spaces, I think a lot of us are trying to either make amends with our past friendships or meeting people. And I think if you want to try and fix a past friendship, that is fantastic, good for you. But yet again, as I said, if it was a toxic friendship, really think long and hard about whether or not you really want to go back to that. I think sometimes we just find comfort in a friendship, whether it's good or bad, and I think if it really was bad and you're just looking for comfort of having a friend, think again about, do you really want to go back to being friends with this person, or do you really want to have a friend again? So think about that before you try and make amends. Now, if you have thought long and hard about that and you want to make amends, then I would say just go for it. Be the bigger person and just start a conversation. Just, even if it wasn't your fault the friendship ended in the first place, just kind of be the bigger person and just start either apologizing or just saying hi and see where it goes. You never know. and more likely than not, hopefully they will come around and you guys can have a perfect friendship again. So I think the most common question we're trying to ask ourselves right now is, how do I maintain a good friendship in quarantine? Well, there are some very easy fixes to that. For example, FaceTime, texting, house party, literally anything. Kind of just make sure your friend knows that you are there for them, and try and keep the conversation flowing. Don't ignore them. Don't cut off all ties. They need to know that you're there for them, so hopefully when you're in the same boat, they will be there for you as well. I feel like a lot of people don't talk enough about this topic, and that is bad influences. I have always thought about like why people don't talk enough about that, and I think it's because to a certain point, people don't realize that their friends are bad influences anymore. Maybe we've seen it at first and maybe we kind of took precaution to that, but I feel like eventually we fall into that trap and we are the ones who become the bad influences. So here is this kind of like rule of thumb that I like to live by. If you cannot fix your friend from all of the bad things that they're doing, do not worry about that. Try and fix yourself. Try not to follow in their footsteps. Try to stand up for yourself, because that is what is most important. If you've tried to help them and they can't see that and they refuse the help, don't worry about it. You've tried. It's not your fault. Now, just worry about yourself and don't fall into the same trap. Sorry, this is a lot of talking. And I hate to say this, but sometimes the best thing to do where you have really bad influences as your friends is to just leave the friendship and find friends that know what's right, stand up for themselves, and stand up for you as well. So now we are going to go more in depth about jealousy. Now, I think jealousy is normal in each friendship to a certain extent. There is a line, in my opinion. I think jealousy between friends and other friends of yours is normal. Like, I think it's totally normal to think that somebody might be getting closer to your best friend than you are. And the best way to solve that problem is to talk to your friend. Don't talk about it behind their backs. Don't be like whispering about things that are not true, and just go up to them, talk to them, and hopefully they will understand, and maybe they will even introduce their friends to you and you guys can all be a big group of friends. Now, I think something that is kind of unacceptable in the whole jealousy thing is if they're jealous of your success. Now, I'm not talking about like the jokingly jealous of your success, but it comes a point when it's not normal, when it's not a joke, when they are truly not happy for you, for your own success, from your own hard work. And I think if you notice your friends are kind of talking trash about you behind your back with something that you succeeded in, that is not okay for them to be belittling you and putting down all the hard work you put in. So that would be a point that I call it a toxic friendship. So I promise you, we are going to end this video on a happy note. We are going to be talking about meeting new people and making new friends. Ever since I got into high school, I've made so many new amazing friends. Literally, do you see that tapestry over there? They're all filled with new pictures of my old friends and my new friends, and I love them with all of my heart. And I think one of the biggest things that has helped me make a lot of new friends is to get involved. I am involved in a lot of different things. You can read that in my bio if you want to know more about me, but getting involved is a great way to know more people because, number one, they have a similar interest as you. For example, if you do drama club, other people in drama club also have similar interests. They either like to sing, act, dance, or play instruments in the pit, do makeup, or tech crew. You guys can talk about that. You have a common ground. And if you don't have a common ground, if you meet somebody from let's just say literally randomly you just meet somebody and you want to be friends with them. Find a common ground. It's not easy to just start a conversation on nothing, but just kind of see where it goes, and you guys might have more in common than you think you do. And also, another important thing I want to mention is when you are starting a new friendship, do not drag in all of your other friendships and relationships into you and the person trying to get to know each other, because more often than not, they're not really interested in your like other friendships and your relationships. They're more interested in what you are like as your own person. That is all I have for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got something useful out of this video. That is my goal. And if you did, don't forget to thumbs up this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, turn on post notifications, and if you want, don't forget to go watch my relationship advice video. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you guys next week, again at Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye! Go call a friend.